Look, it's anticipated for the odd reason, and it's because I think that these two teams can be the most hot and cold in their approaches to CS. When Na'Vi plays slow and it works, it looks brilliant. When FURIA play fast and it works, it looks brilliant.
I like what you've done there.
But think about the flip side of both of those. That's when we see some of their biggest issues is we've got Na'Vi on the CT side.
So for now, I want all of us to visualize. This is like the Dumbledore-Voldemort fight. You know, it's fire and ice.
Okay.
Opposites, duking it out in the server for a spot in the semi-finals of DreamHack Masters. Just a pixel fight, Simple trying to draw blood, and he has certainly kept Vinny honest. I think that was a nade, actually, that did the chunk of damage. Two of them up on those logs positioned. This is, well, I don't want to call it basic, but it is just fight banana slowly.
Yeah, jostling for position here. Na'Vi don't want to give up.
Oh, and these are the Julies put to work, and now Junior put to bed. Only the one to report for the armored Julies, and now with the bomb retrieved and a man advantage, FURIA have got what they wanted.
Might even just execute behind this bit. Is rotating on over. Smokes are raining on out. They'll hit the deck, and Simple gooshed on down. Survives on 3 HP.
Yeah, and so does Vinny. Very low. He'll happily scavenge away the Julies. They want to boost late, catch the timing, and they have. Back to turn, but Simple couldn't make that bullet count. Reboosting, Caserato's watching over, and Vinny gets the bomb down. That bullet brought him from 19 to 3. Comical, really.
This is going to be bitten a 1-on-4 here. Would love a free kill, but he's going to give him one there, but we'll go down and FURIA secure the pistol.
Simple as that, really. Caserato getting 2. You saw, of course, he's leading for FURIA's multi-kill rounds, so starting off with one of them.
Yeah, Perfecto just thrust forward. You can see the molly starting to spread late there on his toes. The only reason he had to move down that elevation. Had the perfect weapon for the job, but once again, the Julies on the CT side. We see them bought and good for one. Art has a Bison here, Alex. Now this, as we know...
Rushley loves a Bison.
Yeah, but it's not a great weapon against the head armor. He's going to need a run and gun in a big way, and that does suit Art very well. Caserato and Junior working on this banana control. Boomich at the top, ready to receive. And, well, not over towards the sandbags, which this time last year was the only place he sat.
It's an important message to send to Boomich. We will need your sandbags.
Yeah, well, he spent so much time there. It's his favorite spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's called Boomich in some teams' comms. Regardless, we are walking on up towards that A control. We're going to be seeing just a smattering of util to nullify any of those close and deadly deagle angles.
I still want to watch what this Bison has to offer.
Yeah, certainly. And he isn't going to be pushing off the back of that smoke. I think the flash suppressing their timing. So that was a great timed one from Bit.
64 bullets of madness about to rain out of Art's gun here. Util being lined on up. Over towards A they go. Need to get past Simple here.
Yeah, well, they just smoke him off. That works too. Straight in. Focused on this hay bale's position. There's an AK to be found up there. It's Vinny. He has to play it safe. Simple. Big chance. Yuri has no idea. Just using that smoke and an AK delivered. Caserato's in trouble. Na'Vi have an advantage here, and it's getting even worse for them. Caserato, you're dead, man. Has to go down. Junior's there into support. He's somehow keeping them busy, but they're picking apart at the bones. He's got 3 bullets, 2 to find. The Julies can be his saving grace, and they could. They are going to go down, though. An electronics triple. Na'Vi equalized right out of the gates.
Oh, even going to find himself that AK off of Simple's body there. That one got so dicey. When you're coming up short A, going into this site against a force buy, against an eco, it doesn't even matter against what. It is such a difficult crossfire to get past, especially if they both survive in pit, just like this. Caserato, head on a swivel, having a check left, right, and center.
Yeah, and you can see Junior, like, just from that awkward exchange, Caserato's probably talking an awful lot. And Junior just couldn't piece it together. Perfecto was staring at him the whole time. He knew his presence alone was a threat to Caserato. He could hunt for that second.
Okay, wow. Now, FURIA, they're going to get back underway here. That plant has facilitated 2 AKs, couple deagles behind it. More of the force by wars. Pull the flash in the peak.
Oh, and it leads to Caserato's departure right out of there.
One of the AKs as well, so they will be able to scavenge that one back and looking for a bit of a boost in the smoke here. Cheeky Art clearing out top mid. Nobody visible. Nade. Oh, ooh. Simple almost with the timing.
Yeah, but Yuri's just next on the plate. Art won't be expecting Bit, and just like that, only 2 remain.
That's both AKs. Well, actually, that's 3 AKs. Top mid right here. If Na'Vi can get their hands on those, fantastic going forward.
Safe jiggle from Perfecto there and gets his information, drops his smoke, just trying to make the impossible possible. The edge of the smoke is held. Perfecto just in the obscurity of that smoke. So Junior working just to keep him honest. He knows, as we've already outlined, there's a lot of AK-47s that likely will be chopped and changed. It looks like Perfecto's actually been dispatched on a mission.
Exactly that. There's even another gun available here.
Boomich, so, it's your turn.
Yeah, if he could get out of this position right now and head on over, it would be great. I don't think he's going to get away with that, unfortunately.
No, he is. Look, Perfecto's going. Boomich is on the way, just tagging him in. They're doing a relay race of AK-47s.
Probably better if they didn't kill him there. Boomich is not going to get there in time now.
Throwing it, okay.
Well, the awareness was there, and we'll give him a big tick for that one, and a second round here for Na'Vi. And this is the thing, right? If you come in today and you see the FURIA where Art is running with his teammates' utility behind him through Molotovs, entry fragging, multi-kills, Vinny's coming through on Inferno, K-Serato's locking down Pit, Yuri's doing his madness, everything's working, right? That is the FURIA that can beat Na'Vi, that can get into that semi-final and even have a good crack at the grand final. But if it's the FURIA that looks a bit limp, you know, they're not hitting shots, they're caged, they're unable to get away with their explosive plays, oh, then we have to start asking a couple of questions. Now, if you want to see just how mad Art is, head over to one of the player POVs. I'm not quite sure which number he is.
There's no X-ray on them, right?
Well, that was the plan. I know there was a couple of bugs in the system when they kicked it off, because this is, I believe, just like a soft launch. But yeah, watch Art's POV and just see how much he holds W.
I think, yeah, if you've got any, if any of you have like a friend in your friendship group who watches Counter-Strike and says, you know, that's, you know, there's always someone that's like, oh, I do that all the time in my matchmaking games. You just send them the POV and see if they want to back that statement up after an hour. Very different ball game when you have the X-ray on your screen.
Oh, lots of util dump there. Smoke molly. Understandable response from Na'Vi against FURIA. We know how explosive they are, so a bit skittish here with that util.
And it's an achievement in itself for the T side, just pulling these nades, all this money that what they'll not be able to retrieve.
And a big rotation, so back up mid they go, and over towards the arch side once more will be Bit. He's floating between top mid and the site. Looks like he wants to tuck on him. We're down to 35 seconds. Simple rotating back over as well. Na'Vi should have all their dugs in the right place.
And that was the fight they were waiting for. Electronic flash off the door for the repeat. Simple's got more. A massacre with the AK spray. Lovely to observe. And Na'Vi converting a clean one. Happy to put third on the board. FURIA, of course, humbled and will be looking to buy again.
I'd in with a MAC-10. So, look, it's no surprise here to see him down to that SMG. K-Serato, on the other hand, he's going to join him. How do they want to wield these bad boys? Is it going to be fast and furious, or are they going to go for a bit more of a tempered approach early out the gates? There's two SMGs on the other side of things. Boomich and Bit, the Bees, holding on to those bad boys. So it's almost eidetic buys. MP9s in place of MAC-10s.
God, there's a lot of CTs just around the river bend, and looks like Pocahontas is out of there. Oof. Well, that is suffocating.
They just did a 4-man B lean with simple solo A. That is quite a lovely trick to have up your sleeve.
Yeah, but look what it's left FURIA with. Like, this round, it just feels so hamstrung. They're turning up the heat, though, and they're turning up the pace. So 2 in the apartments. Flashes are there to suppress. Oh, and Electronic's been run down, holding W. Art now upgrades and is flexing onto Bit. Calls him out.
Needs another.
Yeah, Juni's got the pre-fire here. Nice find. It's Yuri to convert. Now the bomb can go down with the Boomich frag. Perfecto 1v2. Trajectory makes it clear. And if Junior's dead, if he takes a step into that crosshair, he is dead. Can play it passive. Oh, tip of the head to confirm it. Now he knows where exactly both duels will be going down. A lurk smoke to try and play around and walk up on. Bait Junior into this. And just as he jumps up, great angle to be held. And a big round to be winning. FURIA keeping it competitive.
Oof, that was with the man disadvantage right there. So great mid-round calling from FURIA. They skedaddle back over towards that A bomb site. And Art, it wasn't the aggression out the gates, but it was the aggression that got them the key to the site.
I didn't catch how Electronic was so, unresponsive on that whole thing. Was he flashed?
There was so much util and pressure coming in on that short side, right? Simple was currently in a fight as that happened. So Electronic trying to pivot over in time to help him on out. Couldn't get there quite in time, but it will be the guns again here from Na'Vi. Scoreline 3-2. Run boost has been flubbed. Simple still wants to fight. It's not the end of the world here. Can just post up, and FURIA are working on the map control. Standard stuff. Smoked out towards Arch side early from Vinny. Simple response with one of his own. So just the standard back and forth, the utility across the map. Same situation in Banana. Boomich from behind there. Molly lobs out a nade. Not a single point of damage done to the Banana players. And well, here he comes all over the map. Simple was top mid. Now top Banana. Does look very much like a B hit here. U2 coming in.
Yeah, Simple provides the first, and there's so much time for him to adjust and prepare for more. It's enough of a deterrent, it seems.
Well, they're pivoting straight away, and that smoke from Bit was very defensive. You can see this mid control is granted to FURIA if they want it.
Yeah, but dude, Na'Vi have just rotated 2 players off the B side. Boomich was on his way as well. I think he's kept there by the smoke.
Problem is they no longer have control of top mid or top Banana. And we talk about one being integral here, so it can be a 4-on-2 towards this B bomb side as FURIA pivot back once again.
The pendulum of this Panther. Single smoke for their take here. So any incendiaries will hurt. Oh, and Boomich can't quite believe his luck there. CT Molly's down, does completely deny the cross despite the smoke blooming. And tiny gap for Boomich to do even more damage. Oh, Na'Vi's B defense has passed. And Junior, round 6. That one's cancelled for him as well. Peeking into Simple, we see Na'Vi's 4th, and that B defense, that was a full test from FURIA, and they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, good stuff there. If that's a round that Na'Vi lose after a number advantage again, they're going to start getting a little bit frustrated with themselves here, but able to clean up and collect it. Boomich, we've seen him do some of his best work when he's mobile. I think here is a good example of that. Sure, it's not the squeaky door plays from Nuke, or it's not being top Banana at the sandbags constantly swinging out, but he's taken a couple of isolated duels and important ones as it's forced FURIA down to the hero AK on Art. More often than not, he can make this work for at least a kill. See if he can crack the Na'Vi nut of the CT side, as his teammates just have light pistols, P250 and a Tech 9. Junior and Quesarado are on Glocks. And if they can find one fight against Na'Vi, isolate a player, get themselves an extra upgrade, now they're talking. Even have a bit of light util here, smoking a flash to work with. First 30 seconds have passed here, and just waiting out all this early utility of FURIA. Haven't taken much damage whatsoever.
It's an achievement in itself, really, to have kept all 5 of your players leashed.
Oh, it's crept on in, and the boost has just been dismantled. He's hearing the jump peaks.
Oh, and he had a chance onto Boomich, and on the retreat, he doesn't quite convert, turning the flash. A second drop by Boomich, but they are turning up the momentum. Boomich desperately tries to pepper them with the MP9, and he's done a great job of at least softening them up for Perfecto.
Bomb called.
Rotates on its way. Simple, trying to bail his teammate out of trouble with some very aggressive flashes in front of this aggression. Yuri does take the site and the frag. A bomb plant can change things. And look at the aggression from Art. He's got nothing to show for it. Bomb down, Simple fragging. And only Junior, with an MP9 no less. Multiple targets, can't even piece together the first bit. Finding his 6th.
Yeah, could have had a worse weapon for the job there, I suppose, for Junior. So all in all, FURIA getting a lot out of that AK. Got the plant, got a couple of kills. They'll take stock on the Na'Vi side, making sure those AKs are carried on through. Things are starting to look good now. Simple gets a free kit, has so much money to his name. FURIA will be taking a timeout. And as you can see on your screen right here, it's the new chickens.
Oh, God, it's so weird.
I knew you guys were all asking for it. It was obviously the biggest thing we wanted in the most recent update was updated chickens, and we've got it.
I reckon it was passive-aggressively achieved through observers who had nothing to do right in a
But
tech
showing
timeout,
chickens.
and just the glitched out 4 polygon chickens spinning in a corner.
Sure.
That obviously got under Valve's skin. They couldn't handle it. Their
They wanted to
pride took
upgrade it.
such a blow. Like, wow, that 3 polygon.
Look, I'm more disappointed they didn't
Poultry.
introduce the chickens
That's what they're
to every map. Because I thought that would have been a good. Just put them on every map. People love the chickens. They don't fit on every map.
No.
But imagine Vertigo, chickens just suiciding off the edge of the building.
Now, there is content.
Yeah, the cameraman following him down, explodes on impact.
All right, well, we'll start campaigning. Simple, I assume, has got a weapon. He's just left it at spawn.
Yeah, it's the big green man.
Yeah, I'll keep hold of that, I think.
He's in no rush to be anywhere right now. May as well wait for the rotation call. And no pace out of FURIA here, so definitely a slower approach in the early stages. Art after that hero AK will be left back down to another Mac 10.
Boomich has managed to weather the entire FURIA nade set.
It sounded scarier than it was, didn't it?
Yeah, he's still there. 100 HP, loving life. Even threatening by throwing bullets down range. And well, they'll fade. Looks like they're lining up for a half-wall flash, so Keserato expecting Junior to set him up. Top banana is theirs.
Yeah, but there's so little utility left for Na'Vi to
Ooh,
defend
can I have a
over
quick
here.
look at what Boomich was holding again? So he's got the pop. Perfecto reacts with the smoke, and then if you're flashed and smoked, you're probably not holding W, right?
No.
Okay.
Never let go of W. But they've dropped that smoke very early. So this is going to be... Oh, there's even a massive gap.
Massive gap. Perfecto spots it.
Oh, they're in real trouble right here towards B. This is just going to be a B set piece. They need to get at least 2 to 3 kills between the two of them.
Pushing, holding, and a first from Perfecto. Rotates on its way. FURIA are quiet about this, but they are crawling in. And not to be for Perfecto or Boomich. 2 frags come in. Could be round winning. Na'Vi have to weigh out their options now. The rotate's late. Electronic and Simple skipping merrily towards spawn, but with the bomb now down, looks like the save call has been made. FURIA off the back of the timeout, no less, posting a third.
Yeah, and that was just patient play right there. One of the problems is if Na'Vi tend not to get a kill within the opening stages, they will just sit back and they'll go, yeah, we will defend against you, right? And unless you're Na'Vi playing 2 players in the bomb site of B, when you're down, they were transitioning into that, but when you're down to about 30 seconds, if they are able to get into the bomb site without you trading 1 for 1, the retake is definitely not on the cards. So bomb over halfway ticked here. Another fresh-looking chook.
Wants to be Bit's friend.
He's hanging out.
Damn, he's thick. Oh. So we'll see it again. Now, Perfecto does catch the first, but it was the fact that this wave just never stopped. Just like that, 2 frags. Pool and on the way in.
Yeah, it's really rough. It's such a rough position because, like I'm saying, the answer is to play inside. But then, if you play inside and it's a full exec with Molotovs like New Box, Oranges, like where do you even stand? So it's such a difficult position to be in.
They've sent 3 off the break. They want to try and contest with a bit of a bit utility, I assume. It's Boomich that wants to try and dump all of his initially.
Yeah, just contained by that smoke. So half a banana granted here. Art's going to push Boomich forward towards the wall. Bit takes a big nade as well. Getting peppered away out here in banana.
2021 Inferno, man. Just the state of play hinges so much on these little moves. Flash peek, that's a big one. Na'Vi take a scalp. Keserato's gone. And look at the nades that are left. I mean, you know, half of the entire round's util has been dumped towards this first 20 seconds of control. And there's nothing top mid, nothing to report yet.
And this is where Na'Vi can do some of their best work, because now when they turtle back up into the 2-3 defense, they give up the top banana control. They're playing a little bit more passive on mid. Electronic can step out and clear that whenever he sees fit.
Oh, it's so convincing. Electronic's expecting frags any second now, but the truth is, they've managed to completely sell it. It's 4, yes, versus 5, but only 2 on the site. They're standing strong.
Bombs drop down.
Rotates on its way. The swing is in. Yuri's hunting, as is Vinny. They need this frag. Powerful positions. Boomich repositioning to the new box. A crossfire established. Vinny, however, does find him. They're about to fade. Art, though, caught out, and Perfecto just trying to take one more with him, and he will. Magnificent finds from Perfecto, who's going to surely fall now. But Yuri's got just too much on his plate, and 9 seconds to get that bomb down. It's not even going to be allowed. Simple's there. Na'Vi, sterling defense.
Yeah, plant would have been fantastic there for the FURIA camp.
Yeah, but it was Boomich and Perfecto both managing to find 2 on their B defense life. That was 2v4. They stepped up.
Yeah, and the thing there, the details, especially when it is so late round, right? If teams are going to be playing so late into these executes, you no longer have to go for the fights, right, that make sense. You can just play around these smokes and allow them to come on in, draw off as many seconds as you can. At this point, when Perfecto gets that frag, 18 seconds left on the clock. It's allowed so much time for the rotation to come in. They can even be careful with the rotation, right? They don't just have to run with knives out. But here we go, FURIA buying back in, AWP for Art.
All right, well, they're trying to mix it up. Look at the space he has taken. The molly spreads, the nade lands, and he's down to 42. He's gagging for a fight. Boomich, oh, he even gets the info. Great moves out of Na'Vi. Damage done. FURIA just all the way up banana with nothing to show for it. Bit's been called upon, and understandably so.
Look how much utility's left over for Perfecto and Bit. They have so much. They can dissuade this top banana if they'd like.
Oh, but not if they just go. They're just going, charging straight in, and Boomich unloads his mag on the boost. Another double from the leader. And yeah, the rest, I imagine, is history. Junior's trying to level the odds. That's a plant? What? Trying to get it down. There's so much resistance present. And Art's T-side AWP, his dreams of starting with an opening frag. He's now the last one left.
That was all possible because of Bit's rotation. When they swung so fast ahead of the smoke wall, they saw the 2 players spawn because they were boosting. They assumed the rest of the site was clear.
That makes sense.
They were just hyper-focused to the Ruins position, the CT position.
Well, because previously it's just been that Boomich and Perfecto duo, right? You think, okay, they're faffing around on the boost again, but I did wonder why Junior had such confidence in going for the plant there.
So here it is, right? As they round this corner, Quesarado sees both. He sees both as he rounds that corner. So the call's coming in, 2 players. Bullets are coming through the smoke. Perfecto lying in wait in the back lines. And, well, that's all she wrote. 7-3. Art will save this AWP. And you can see what the game plan is. They just want to keep pressuring this top banana, right? You see him snaking on up. Utility just really trying to put pressure on Boomich and Perfecto. And so far, so good. Na'Vi could not have a better looking buy right now. They have 4 AKs and an AWP. That is the dream scenario for the CT side.
And a nice reservoir of about 9k for Simple on his AWP full buy.
That helps too.
Yeah. It's definitely, it does spell trouble for FURIA here. If they can't piece this together with like a saved AWP, bearing in mind he's now got a straight up goose egg with that preserved AWP, so buying around it's really not favorable. You're just gonna have to hope he can work some magic. Na'Vi, they haven't really fallen foul to a single unforced area yet.
Yeah, it's been very, very good Na'Vi, right? You get these different, ahead of it again. Art, always looking, always going for that aggressive maneuver.
Yeah, he's limit testing live.
Oh, like that's the only gun in the round, right? That could be isolated on the CT side of the half wall in the first 20 seconds.
But he also has observed the first 10 rounds of banana control util and knows that the only way he's going to possibly get an opening is if he tries to catch Boomich as he's dropping it. Valiant attempt, nothing to show for it. Simple's holding the fade and a little bit of thigh, puts the AWP on the ground. Who's next? Vinny baits the shot with the flash, has to step up to the AWPing plate. Oh, no fun for Junior to be had here. Maybe the AWP.
Yeah, they could bring it over and try the same thing, but now that they know someone's over there, Simple's watching.
Bit would never. Certainly not now there's a bit of scope heard, or at least in play. Simple goes for the clear. They pass each other, and they could result in a quick flick. Vinny's found Simple. Very audible. Space taken from Boomich, and look at Quesarado panicking. Oh, he hits jump, double for Boomich. Vinny, however, using that only weapon they have to great effect. He stopped the flank, and he's trying to punish with a rotate.
Oh, Perfecto's going to beat him there, though, but it all comes down, does he try and smoke? Does he take the fight? Vinny, he's not letting go of W.
Oh, he could use that smoke for a safe plant and happily gets it down before they can contest too much further. This one AWP could really rock the Na'Vi boat if they can pull this off. They got their kits, they got their smoke. Electronics very late, but he's on his way. Vinny, oh, he's not blinded, but won't hit the quick flick. Now has to worry about construction. Junior's holding the other cross. Electronics elbow spotted. Vinny, oh dear, fires off a warning shot, another miss. Won't get any more chances, but that bomb's getting dangerously close. If he could just start hitting them as they have. Furia snatching one away with just the AWP. Vinny doing the dance, he knows what he's done, and Perfecto is stylish. But it's all done, cooked. Furia steal it with a hero AWP.
Oh, geez, you just said there's been really no unforced errors for Na'Vi until this one, which was forced in a big way. Look, Simple taking that fight, after he clears it, he's gone in for more, trying to take back some space. I don't know if he wanted to get closer to that bomb site, but his death right there started to unravel.
Like, we can't be critical of Boomich, can we, right? Pushing down Banana, or is it the fact that he was so exposed for that trade?
Well, there's always different forms of logic there, right? So depending on what the comms were, he wasn't pushing to contain at that point. He was pushing to win the round. He got 2 kills as well, so you think it should have been enough. Perfecto's smoke, his was the one that landed just shy. That was the avenue into the bomb site, and I know why. You know, you're going up against an AWP, you don't want to get picked, but oh, it looks ugly at the tail end of things.
Wow, well that's to get the mojo flowing. Tightest of lines from Simple onto that bedroom cross.
They're going to apartment explode.
Oh, and it wasn't far off the mark. Flashy pulled the trigger. The reaction speed test not quite up to snuff. Now they are pressuring A heavily. That nade. Good grief, half of Furia's health is gone. They have taken Pit, and Electronics under so much threat. Multiple angles, he's just doing the dance, however. Now it's only Bit on the site. And they've cleared this many times. He's ready for the fight. Vinny's better. Furia convert another. It's time into the A site.
Oh, all that money we were talking about's quickly disappeared for Na'Vi here. Furia get a chance to stabilize.
Yeah, hard fought for. And Vinny, you know, you said of Inferno. Well, I don't think we were expecting to see the AWP in his hands. He's managed to maneuver his way into a 3K AWP round, as now the following looks to be Furia's.
Yeah, they have to hold on to these here, Na'Vi. Loss bonus going into the next round, only going to be 1900. Vinny's actually just doing a little bit of housekeeping over towards the A bomb site, throwing away some AKs, picking up the AWP, making sure they got everything they need going into the next round of play. And, well, from a 7-2 scoreline, sorry, it was 7-3 scoreline, we're back at 7-5. So this one's tightening up real quick. Na'Vi, what are they going to do with this money situation right here? They don't have enough to go for a real buy, but I feel like this is the type of buy Na'Vi probably try and make work. They want the Electronic could buy into a rifle, they could drop Simple a FAMAS. Doesn't look to be the case. Okay, well, it's called off. It will just be a conservative Na'Vi.
Interesting.
So the 2 rifles are on the B defenders. Electronic and Simple have invested into Deagles. Nothing for Bit. Oh! Junior's very lucky there, only to take the dink through the wall. He's down to 79, but they're barreling up mid.
Oh, and the boost is so perfect. Look at them both go, both fall. Vinny. Oh, and the whole team just collapses. Was promising. Juggling to stop that retrieval on the mid-rotate. Nice work from Junior, just keeping the house tidy, and those 2 saved M4s are the only 2 remaining.
Yeah, they'll do it again. That setup they just had there where they boosted next to that mid pillar, that's like a super old school kind of boost. In 1.6, it was actually a bit tighter. Hold up, Boomich might get a kill here. Or a death. Either way, there was some action. Great find from Yuri. But yeah, that was a very common kind of position to hold mid from. You don't see it, you're much more exposed. You're a lot more exposed, I think, here in this version of Inferno.
Good for the one and done, but obviously there was a lot more than one.
Yeah, it was an audacious attempt. But we will see the guns come out in the next round, and that is on virtue of the 2400 loss bonus that's coming into Na'Vi's bank balance. Now, Perfecto saving this, important. He can drop one across. If Boomich held on to his, the finances of Na'Vi would be looking much better here. But as we go down the back straight of the first half, 2 more rounds of play, and didn't feel like it when we kicked off this series, but Furia might be able to snatch away the round lead at the tail end of this half. Their buy is looking great, whereas Na'Vi, just to make sure they have the utility to defend with, it's been a big part of their game plan, especially over towards Banana is in. Boomich is down to a FAMAS. There's a kit for Perfecto. But they have to make this work, Na'Vi, or they'll be staring down the barrel of an 8-7 against them. So Same old towards Banana, but this time with a boost. So up and over the top, they're going to see this is clear. Boomich isn't jiggling behind, and quite an aggressive setup towards top mid here from Na'Vi.
Simple chose to drop down. Very appropriate scoreline for Simple to be currently operating on.
If it's just another B exec right here, this is one of those situations again where Perfecto and Boomich, they need to be getting multiple kills here. It's not enough just to get one.
No, it's not. Now Boomich using that smoke to play around. He wants to drop one of his own, and it does seem very well intentioned. Nades keeping him at bay. Wow, this two-man B brigade has done a lot to keep this three-man squad honest. Caserato's got nothing to show for it. They've re-smoked off at that 45-second mark, so looks like they're going to regather and make a decision. Art's left door right now will be the biggest tell. It looks like he's going A. This is where the boost, this is where the stack has been. A flash will not catch all of them. And Simple's got a license to kill. At least the first. They test the waters. It doesn't seem particularly appealing.
Oh!
Simple drops straight in, flashed into Vinny. Goes hunting. Now his arms are exposed. Bit kept honest. And it's pulled Boomich off. It's only Perfecto, the poor soul. They know where you are. And there's no one to stop this hunt. Caserato, though, just fully blind. Crosshair finds his head. Boomich, nothing to say about this one. Junior's missed his shot, and now a chance. Oh, a big chance. FURIA completely fluffed their lines, and now the script is flipped. Should be good for it. One-on-one. Electronic so low, but Art stands vigilant. Right down to the wire. FURIA chasing the win of this half. It didn't seem like it was going that way. But 4 now in a row from the T side of the South American squad is convincing all of us.
Yeah, money broken for Na'Vi here going into the final round.
What was this flash play? I mean, do you think he was expecting to end up in Boiler?
I don't know where that flash came from. Was it a CT flash, a T flash? Either way, it was just a calamity there in the tail end.
This one, yeah. I mean, all of those exchanges right down to the wire. That Boomich double looked like he'd done enough, you know. Ooh, I haven't seen this boost in some time. It's good for at least one, you'd think. He spots a little peeky head.
They'll be quick to take A space back here. That seems to be the FURIA reaction when they identify where Simple's AWP is. Molly close, they're flashing to set up. Maybe thinking better of this. Na'Vi have kept 3 players over towards B. Gonna put a lot more pressure on Electronic and Bit, who's playing over towards that arch side with only a Deagle. And as FURIA start taking a look at top mid, they're also working up to Banana push. Maybe could slip the net for a mid to B as well. So FURIA have a lot of options right now.
60 seconds to work their magic. They flash Bit off the line. Simple's very committed to B, and so are FURIA with that bomb. Just trying to dip his toe into the A site, find out whether or not it looks open for business. His patience could have been rewarded, and it is. Boomich meets the AK. Electronic, predictable as ever in that pit, but still prevails. 25 as they try and walk through a smoke. It's just not the play, is it?
They have to go, though.
Up against Simple. You smoke CT, you flash it, and this is the go. 15 seconds to find 2 players and to get that bomb down. Caserato turns the flash, catches a glimpse of Perfecto. They need another, and they get it. 9 seconds red on the clock as the bomb comes in, and FURIA find the jewels required to make it 8.
Yuri's going to finish this right here, right now. Look how forward he is. Doubting the sound.
At least enables one of them to live. And Junior finishes it. Okay, FURIA, quite the turnaround at the end of things. 5 in a row to take the T half. Swapping sides, we'll be right back.
Выходит, красный,
Смог
банан.
Выжить желательно, ребят. Нет,
есть?
Я его не отпустил.
Есть? Баланс заберите передо мной.
Есть.
на пуле.
перед тобой на пуле,
Супер,
блядь.
супер.
Глупость.
On side. No time, no time.
Найс!
Все, позор. Пока база.
She's gone. I won't waste another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. Burning dreams take me back to you. In the night when I heard your call. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. We're not the only heads down. They will watch us shake the ground. Oh, it's like this. It will fill the air around. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. Burning dreams take me back to you. In the night when I heard your call. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones.
Isso. Cara. Nice. Boa, guys. Boa, guys.
Just sitting at home drinking Coca-Cola, those boys with their feet up. It is FURIA who take the lead, admittedly, by the smallest of margins. An 8-7 half to divide our opening game of our second best of three.
We might have to adopt them as Europeans if they stay here any longer, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, it is evidence, and it's easy to forget that FURIA have basically fully committed to their progression in competitive Counter-Strike by living in Europe. And it is a disconnect, you know, far from home, far from your loved ones, far from everything you consider to be familiar. And loud steps from Bit up second mid. That could result in a frag.
Oh.
Bit ducks under the crosshair and takes it easy. Yuri, the fact he's sticking around is very, very risky. Okay, he has Vinny in response. Rush puts me back in my place.
Barrel spotted, barrel spotted.
Yeah, they know he's there, and Perfecto's just biding time for this strike. Oh, Vinny's in trouble, but so is Yuri. There's the find, there's the finish. All of these frags being found out before they even take a step into the site. Oh, what a bouncy Bit. He even gets the frag, long-range Glock.
Got some moves, this kid.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? And he's actually been fragging up a storm. He's keeping his head held high, along with all the big boys of Na'Vi. Hey, Mum. Yeah, no, today went well. I out-fragged Electronic, which was nice.
Simple clap today when I made a play.
He said nice, actually.
Yeah.
Things are going all right.
Well, Art bought all these nades. He hasn't had a chance to use any. And the same thing, actually, for Boomich. So they've invested in some util here, but we didn't get to see what the pistol round was meant to look like from either side.
Didn't see Simple go for the knife. He wants this.
Well, they need to convert here again. And out the gates in the first half, things were looking very good, right? They were looking like they were going to run away with this. And then FURIA, in response, made a half out of it. More than a half. They walk away with 8 rounds to their name.
Yeah. Anyone's game. Na'Vi's pistol, very convincing. And it's time to see the decos in action. The one victim Na'Vi could fall foul to here is the clock.
Yes, very much so. I think these MAC-10s should give them a bit more pep in their step.
Now, there's 3 on A early for the CTs, and a bit of a deterrence of util. They're walking up mid. K-Serato's the only one holding this. He won't be able to hold it for long. Yeah, forced off the line. Happy to be alive at this point. Just using Simple as util. Just send him up banana, send him up mid.
Let him clear it out for you. The human Molotov burns everything in his path.
Damn, why is that like the coolest nickname we've ever come up with?
The human Molotov.
Yeah, dude, I'd read that comic.
I think he already has a name. He was in that Fantastic Four movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Flame on.
That rubber man, so poorly animated.
Okay, well, this is where we start to ask some questions here because FURIA have heavy rotated back over towards A. They've got Junior and Library, 2 towards the site, and Yuri and Pit. Still working with a couple of smokes, and it is just Art towards the top of Banana. Now, the warning bells starting to make a chirp here because Boomich and Perfecto have not shown any face towards Banana.
Gotta watch out for those chirping bells.
Now they're making noise.
No, they are very loud about that. And Art's actually just a moth to the spoke. Oh, yikes! Okay, so Perfecto throws a full 30 over his head. Simple with one click of his mouse.
25.
Deletes Junior. We talked of the clock. There are Deagles in play. 3 on this site. And K-Serato's already put Simple down. This gets awkward now as they cross into the site. Good find for Yuri. One more would stop the plant. Electronics on the box. They can't seem to suppress him. But they have seemed to impress us. Yuri with 3 on this, and now it's all onto Electronic just to save Na'Vi. This is supposed to be the second round conversion, and it's FURIA that snatched control right back. That danger you highlighted, Chad, the clock came back to haunt them, and they just couldn't clear out the corners.
Yeah, there's just so many things that go into your minds when you're playing these rounds against the Force Spy, right? You don't want to take the tags, because once you get softened up, at that point, things become very, very dicey. So you play it slow, you hope that kills come your way, but when they turtle up, when they use the smokes, when they use the clock against you, it can look ugly.
Let's see this from Yuri's POV as well. So Simple hits a lovely one-tap here, and you start thinking it's all over. Pop. Oh, jeez. Gives you shivers, doesn't it? But that second from Yuri on these flying, I mean, they were all jumping, leaping towards his location, but absolutely magnificent stuff, and then pulling it across the line was Art. Yeah. Stark contrast, but yes, the Counter-Strike player muscle memory of arms above the head upon round loss. They got an early info B. Art's actually pushed ahead of their half wall smoke, so they confirmed there was no one disrespecting that deep molly, deep smoke, excuse me, the deep molly, partnered up with it to maintain control. And yeah, the only unknown is that tucked inside.
Here goes Simple again, right? This is a force from Na'Vi. They got the plan, they're able to get these AKs up, but Simple's just walking up mid on his lonesome, looking for a kill. Head hunting.
Ooh, and that is the first found.
Boomich, he dropped a weapon in that round, right? He only had a little bit of util and a Glock. So losing him, not the worst thing. And Simple's taking space towards top middle, but would have to find a frag. Junior and Yuri tucked in towards Pit, very passive.
Oh, that headshot line, but it's not match for Junior. They opted to boost. Now they've lost Simple. And the pop flash is great. Electronic is there, but Vinny doesn't quite clear deep enough, which does result in an Electronic frag. Post is 9th. He'd love a 10th. There it is. K-Serato's gone. They can wrap, and it will all be on Art. Junior and Yuri have to kind of be cagey.
Perfecto might get stuck at T-stairs here. They're going to push mid.
No. He'll be up banana in time, it looks like. But here they come. I mean, when do you take the contact? When? Do you wait for them to mantle? 25. Here's the bomb coming in now. Timing in this to perfection. Can't find Perfecto. And now the bomb's down. To contest is Yuri. Steps in, delivers one, nearly a second as well. Perfecto's there.
They're low.
Very low. And that's the end of that. Perfecto wraps it all up. Trading blows now between the two of them.
Huge entries from Electronic there on that arch side. That second shot, that was integral, right? If they don't get that kill, then they can't go for the mid to B. Perfecto stranded at stairs, and you saw the reaction from those A players. They actually started pushing up short. So back and forth we go, and we've had a lot of the Force by wars here today. If you missed the first series, G2 versus Astralis, they were just going round for round on Nuke. See if FURIA want to continue this.
Yeah, often that results in just that end kind of 5-round gap as the money's broken and everyone just has these kind of awkward forces and has to swallow their pride and can peter out. So we'll see how often this, or how long this war continues and wages on, because they have put all their pennies into the table.
Yeah, Na'Vi, they're not taking as long looking for that map control as they did last time round. So a bit more presence over towards Banana here.
What's Art and Yuri up to? They're just gone for that apartment setup aggressive. It's unlikely Na'Vi are going to visit. And that's exactly what Bit wanted.
Good awareness.
So loud, dude.
Is he ready for more,
He
though?
is. Look at him. Cheeky rascals. So,
Wait, sorry? He must have... He's seen something.
yeah, he's got such a great read.
Is Bit the knifing type?
Now, we remember the conversation he was having with his mum.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, no, I went for a knife today and we actually lost the game.
Oh, that wouldn't be the phone call. He'd be
Simple's
rocking
mad
up
at
back
me.
at home with the bag,
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
you're right.
Hey, Mum, I'm home. Oh,
you're
practice?
early.
Yeah, I'm out of the team now.
No, that Paris Hilton guy straight up kicked me to the curb.
Well, they've managed to walk away with this one, and really due to Bit's awareness right there. So FURIA rotated their upgraded pistols and armor over towards B, and they'll just be sitting there for approximately 40 seconds. The bomb is down. Na'Vi back in the lead here with their 10th.
Just going to pour one out for Bit's retinas in about 10 years' time.
Oh, dear. And here it is, quite the explosive start to the second half. Back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, it's sparkling. Oh, what a surprise.
You grabbed the blue bottle.
I did grab the blue bottle.
We'll go the red bottle around here, mate.
It says classic.
Yeah, we're in Germany.
Bloody Germans.
I think classic,
my
classic
arse.
is sparkling.
Sprudelwasser. Anyway, a little bit of spark. No, couldn't do it. A little bit of sparkle to end it all here, maybe? Yeah, they'll take a potential AK. No, not to be. So, piece this one back together again in our brains as we watch that replay. This is the bit awareness that Chad was highlighting. He was making a very loud kerfuffle and converting it nicely. I'm sure when you're Yuri and you're dying to an angle like that.
Oh, yeah, Yuri's not going to be happy with that one. But this should be a Na'Vi. I keep saying should be. And the reason I'm saying should be is because FURIA are only coming in with a Deagle, a P250, Quesarado with head armor and a USP.
It does sound like the start to a bad joke.
It's really, it shouldn't go well. It shouldn't even go mildly okay. This should be a Na'Vi 11th.
Yeah, but man walks into a AK. Ouch.
Now, I'd like you all to note the wide spacing here, the utility landing as space is already taken, still very quiet with the sound cues. If there were any CTs anywhere near the site, they still wouldn't exactly know what's happening. However, they're all at A. Jakey, can you find us any new chickens before these frags towards the tail end of the round come in?
All right, Chad, got a riddle for you.
Okay, I'm not great at riddles.
What's black, white, and red all over?
What?
A newspaper.
Ah, okay. I was thinking Counter-Strike related.
Yeah, or a sunburnt penguin. Those are your
That
options.
works
You can
too.
pivot,
Yeah.
depending. I mean,
All right.
that was my go-to in primary school. Got a good laugh out of Chloe. Got to hold her hand once.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. What's Chloe doing these days?
I think she's the dad of the Walker's Crisp fortune. She's the dad. Can I try again?
That's what- yeah,
She's
Her
the daughter.
father,
She's
okay.
the sole proprietor of the Walker's Crisp. I really should have held her hand a bit more, really. I'd be on a beach somewhere sipping from a coconut.
And eating crisps.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Lifetime supply, no doubt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can be saved from us.
This. Yeah, it's over now. Thank God. The eco's over. That's what Vinny's happy about. He does get to use his weapons again.
The big guns come back out. Junior has the big green. Quesarado with a defuse kit and plenty of utility. Same can't be said for all of his teammates here. So this is going to be a difficult round for FURIA.
Yeah, Junior's a bit of a pauper. Happy to be having Kevlar vest on his chest.
Nobody home in Banana to receive any of that damage, and a lot of util being dumped out that they didn't really have FURIA. So they've tried an aggressive play towards Halls.
God, Yuri, he's brave, isn't he? Those apartments fights, they always just feel so hectic. But with Junior in tow, they set up for a first. A big opener, but look at that unexpected electronic quick to the trade, and they are worming their way to long. It's
This is
such a big
perfect.
gap. This is such a lovely read. Simple knows the lay of the land here, and oh, Vinny actually just takes him down. Wasn't quite anticipating the rotate to have been that quick. They thought they were ahead of the curve. Now, Boomich spotted. 10 bullets is all it takes. And RV with only 2 players left. They have got a wide open B site, and with that smoke down, Art has a decision to make. Does he push? Does he spray? Yes, yes he does, and partnered up with Vinny, especially with the silencer. There's no tracer fire for them to work with. That M4A1, Chad, can I start that conversation?
No. They've still picked up AK-47s to replace it.
I'm sure, but I have seen a few more M4, but bearing in mind, actually, we watched G2 first. So Hunter is a big proponent for it. We definitely have, I think, at least one player using the M4A1, so it's being equipped a little more than I'm used to seeing it.
Yeah, look, it definitely with the suppressed sound, it makes things a bit more difficult, right, for people to be able to identify immediately. And through the smoke, as you mentioned,
And
there's no tracer fire, so hard to spam
2900.
back. A bit cheaper, yeah, that does help. I just think the rate of fire, if you're getting run on down and you're out of position, it's never going to be as good as the M4.
I do like it on an AWPer, you know, just having it as something he can drop when times are tough.
Oh, hot toes there for Electronic. Not going to be able to get into Boiler straight away. It's down working on a MAC-10 here, and yeah, don't want to look in for Banana whatsoever, Na'Vi. They're more than happy just to focus in towards this A site. MAC-10 will be heard. Better idea of what buy they're working with. Junior lobs out his smoke, but this is coming. This is impending out halls.
Yuri blinded. Turns the second. They're yet to come out, but this is all hinging on Keserato and Yuri's contact. Immediately looking good and even better. Now into the site. There's only one. Electronic has got nothing to show for it. And Na'Vi just step into that thin blue defense. Big smiles on their face. They'll be happy with that.
That was a rough one there for Bit. He had fantastic movement out the door, and his whole job is meant to draw the crosshairs here, but it was actually too perfect that nothing happened, right? He's come flying out of that balcony, circle jumped around to shore, and nobody's even started firing at him.
But you know what's really cool is I just saw that Keserato's go-to on their go, he knows Yuri has his right side push, so he can just support the jump out. Any of those people flying past Yuri's crosshair can meet Keserato as well. Very cool. Holy moly, that's a lot in the damage. And Perfecto is completely undeterred. He throws his body into the line of fire. Doesn't go down was the sentence I was trying to finish. Junior cuts it short.
Oh, and more Molotovs as well. Boomich going to get flicked on up here. And Na'Vi, out of funds. Upgraded pistols and already down a man with 1:20 left on the clock.
Just rejigging the defense. I mean, Junior is playing a super reactionary defensive line. He'll be playing Speedway, and as soon as his teammates call for him, he will maneuver back. Art has the smoke and an incendiary, so unless they just go ahead of Util, which is what they were trying, they've got space. Junior takes some from them. No one across to pool now. Junior provides. Now the smoke is down, and information's denied. If that bomb goes down, there's a small, microscopic window Na'Vi could try and jump through. This is unarmored pistols. I will reiterate, there is nothing to suggest Na'Vi have this round, other than that bomb that ticks and ticks and ticks. Simple's on Nubox and has his signature Desert Eagle. Junior off the back of the flash. Only the one. Boomich faffing around, won't have much. Simple's Deagle is up for the task. 2 already. Yuri trying to trifle with death here. Art trying to bide time. The nade doesn't kill him. Just needs one more. But they have the time and they have the defuse. A very valiant attempt from Simple and Na'Vi.
Oh, crackers of shots there again.
One more. If he takes down Yuri, I think Art was too far away, you know. Very, very valiant attempt, but regardless, 12 for Furia. And I mean, I want to remember how the veto went down. This was Furia's pick. Na'Vi responded, it was so long ago now. I think Mirage is on the docket.
Bringing up now, so
great shots from the hand cannon.
It's Nuke, and then the third and final is Mirage, which is where Na'Vi opted to take it. They could have picked between Train or Mirage. They went with Mirage. This time, a fight in Banana. Boomich, he's taking a load of damage early. Perfecto's ahead of the Flames. And jostling for mid-control right now are Furia, who are flash peeking in off Junior's AWP. But Na'Vi have got what they were looking for. Very important round here from Na'Vi. Has gone quiet for them in that department. Mid-control being worked on there and just feigned. Molly, smoke, that's it. Back to B they go.
These double orbs yet to be activated. He's ahead of the smoke is Art. Both of them are. Full retraction?
cancel?
Yeah, I'm intrigued. And so are FURIA. Well, that's mid-control. Electronic just tucking in. He's actually thinking about a walkout. Hand off the bloody mouse. The audacity. Here comes Na'Vi. Three-man setup for FURIA. It's not awful. 20 seconds and dead silence. They hear the pin pull. Here we go. Gonna be gray screened. It's all about the contact points. Junior's got a lot to do now, and he has provided, but overwhelmed. Simple to get the bomb down. Art cannot contest, and Keisarato's already scarpering. It looks like Na'Vi are going to be given this one. Waved on in by Art and Keisarato's departure.
Both teams really loving these late executions, right? We saw FURIA do a similar thing when they were conditioning the B bomb site early in their T-half. Well, Na'Vi, probably more well-known for this style of play, just throughout the legacy that is the Na'Vi name.
It's so, I mean, I love that we watched that from the CT POV because you see how it goes from nothing. You know they're coming. B, it's not B. You know they're coming, but it's that contact point. You don't know who's shooting first. It was Boomich, of all the players, just timing it to perfection. As his feet land from his jump, the smoke has faded and he can start shooting. I mean, it's calculated and it is cold and it's frustrating, I imagine, as you can see from Yuri's POV.
I don't want to say it's a coin toss in those situations because there's utility behind it, but when you're waiting until the last 15 seconds before you're running into the final choke points, if you get multi-killed as the T side, you've lost the round. If you as the CTs don't get a multi-kill, you've lost the round. That's what, when I say coin toss, like that's the detail, right? It's anybody's gamble at that moment. You don't know which way it's going to fall.
So why do you think so many teams, you know, we're talking about a quarterfinal right now, why so many of the teams at this caliber find themselves in that environment?
Well, in this kind of a situation where they had the full map control, right? If they trade efficiently, then they have the bomb site and they have, let's say they traded 1-for-1 that whole way through. Well, they still have 2 players left on the site and the players from FURIA are rotating in out of position, right? And the power position is for Na'Vi. But if Na'Vi get the opening kill, then they're going to trade with a number advantage, right? And that's what you're hoping for, just to trade efficiently when you're doing those late round plays. So look, as much as I'm sitting here going, it's 50-50, it's not really 50-50. It just seems so 50-50 that you're putting your eggs in that basket time and time again.
Ooh, Boomich getting hot and heavy. Down to what? 5 HP. Vinny's alive. He calls upon Art. Vinny's gone down, but Art, the cheeky beaver, has actually opted to stand upon his teammate's corpse. They might assume it's clear. Perfecto indicates he doesn't. But will time...
Oh, if they live simple here, there's real problems.
Art won't ever be able to leave. Seems like he might, though. He's one jump on the half wall away from info. They swap and change the weapons to enable Simple to try and use that AK to better success. It seems FURIA's read's pretty on the pulse here.
They're about to pick mid too.
Okay. It's audible. Junior readies himself for an important frag. If he can just cut down this short fight, Yuri's monitoring the apartments. Oh, he's fallen off of it as the util comes in. Yuri springing into action. Electronic doesn't get his feet back on the ground and looks good. It's all blue on brown. Nothing for Perfecto to be done. Just that AWP. And FURIA giving them absolutely nothing. An elevated peak, completely in the black. And there we have it, FURIA 13. These guys cannot stop trading blows. Honestly, I feel like if we just extended this to 60 rounds, we'd finish with the same kind of scoreline. Back and forth we go. It is going to come down to the minutiae here.
I think that Na'Vi, right, with this timeout, the reason this one's being called right here, right now, is if they were to buy in this, which I think you could almost justify they have enough money. 3.5 on Simple, you've got 5.1 for Electronic, Boomich can buy, Perfecto can buy, Bit's the only one here who you're sitting there going, okay, maybe he's down to a pistol. If they buy this one, they're still in control of FURIA's economy, right? They win the round, they take away almost all the rifles, FURIA not operating with a lot, their loss bonus is only 1,400, right? That's the conversation being had right here. However, if you go into this with just a partial buy and FURIA Furia wipe you clean, they're able to keep everybody alive, they hold on to quite a few nades, then they're going to be in a power position to close out this first map. Na'Vi have opted with that buy. Oh, Simple's gone with a Deagle here. So it's 3 Galils, 1 AK for Electronic, Simple onto the Deagle, util for everybody besides Bit. Na'Vi, they want to give this one a crack. Now B-Lean again here out of Furia. No pace off the back of this. More stifling utility. Boomich thinks better of hanging around this time.
How's this for a pairing? Electronic and Bit. Connected at the hip, taking apps.
Oh, this is a perfect setup to deal with it. 1 balcony, 1 pit, and they're ready already at 1:25 on the clock.
This is fast, and it's furious already. Electronic has nothing to say. He cannot return fire. He has such an unknown entity in Yuri. The fact it's Serato in the pit. He knows Yuri's an A player. He'll line up for the haystack smoke. Bit of a one-way.
For them.
They're trying it again, returning to the drawing board. Not an option. At least they've got much more time on the clock, but through the one-way, it's actually benefited Yuri. Oh, this is just falling apart. At the seams for Na'Vi. The rest should just be a formality. Junior's posted up for this one. Dry peaks. Oh, quick to react. Trying to pip a gap. Could be the start of something. Perfecto would have to do a whole lot more. If he catches Junior's hunt, yikes. Jumps into him with the knife for info. Now, the magnificent Simple. Nothing to show for it.
Yeah, that would have been rough. Even if you got that first kill, they had 2 of them playing over towards Bike. So, whew, really rough situation there for Na'Vi. And I said if they had the pistols and they got wiped clean and a lot of, well, everything was held on to Furia, it would be a problem. The fact that they invested and the same thing still happened are real issues because Furia right here, right now, are set up for their 15th round in map number 1. Na'Vi don't have a lot to show for this one where, look, it's just Deagles again, and it doesn't feel like Furia are giving them much at all. Aggressive banana. There was a second mid-window peek with a nade behind it. This is just going to be the flash and go.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind Art's going to be flashed. But whether or not Na'Vi are going to have anything to report remains to be seen.
2 more players just rotated over here as well. Furia set up for this perfectly. Even the smoke and flash of Na'Vi, it's not going to do a whole lot. Or it shouldn't.
Ooh, a little bit of a window now as a dink onto Art. They can finish the job. They haven't. Junior's opting for the Deagle, which does lead to his demise. Na'Vi have just taken control, taken the AWP, taken the round. Serato and Yuri scratching their heads. Where did it all go wrong? Even boosting the AWP, there's just no way they can make an impact here. On his retreat, not dead meat. Gets away with his weapon, but Na'Vi, that was nothing. They brought nothing into it. Look what they're leaving with. Just when we started to think some degree of normality had been restored.
That's wild. That is wild how that one all falls apart. That has to be so frustrating for Furia because they did the hard work in the last round. This was one flash,
but they had 3B, Chad. Help me out.
The player that was cheating back across, right? He was going to be smoked off when he was coming back in. So Junior and Art not getting a lot out of their crossfire from a Coffins that wasn't smoked.
Yeah.
And New Box where Art didn't look like he was under that much pressure from the flashes. They were just overwhelmed. That's the only way that you can look at that. Overwhelmed. And that's it, right?
Heart-wrenching stuff.
That was a flash for banana control. That's what they did. They pushed Art back. The rotations came. And it looked like plenty of rotations were there. Then just a simple smoke and a flash again. They should not be able to do that. That shouldn't happen. That is a huge round from Na'Vi.
Yeah, and now you understand why Simple buys that Kevlar vest. Just that extra little bit of hope and prayer. Na'Vi, that is a earth-shaking round for Furia to concede. Just another day in the office for Mr. Simple. But it does put Na'Vi straight back into contention, right? The dialogue was about to shift to Furia converting their map pick, and Na'Vi just quickly stopped that sentence from finishing.
Whoever loses this round gets 1900 as the loss bonus. That's not enough for FURIA. So look, they really desperately need this to get 15, but the same can be said for Na'Vi, who don't have a lot of residual cash left themselves. Double AWPs have been pulled out for FURIA here. So many nades lobbed out here just to retain top banana control, and Na'Vi aren't even interested right now. Still 3 players back towards the T stairs. Working on this apartments control again, and they've really struggled when they've gone A. At this point, Na'Vi, the mid to Bs and the B hits have to be high up on the agenda.
Oh, completely blinded. Vinny has to once again be the hero with the AWP. Boomich was hunting him. They're mollying him out of position, desperate for help. Smoke for survival. Queserato just in time. There's a flash. Vinny's still there. Junior posted up on the mid test. They are on their way back. And a good catch on the first. Doesn't look like it's going to deter them. He's still posted up for this. He could do more. Junior, oh, bides his time for Simple. It's Boomich that takes him down and punishes. A nice angle. Steps above him. Yuri needs the frag onto Bit. He loses his life. The trade is there. It's all onto Simple. And this one could very well live up to the namesakes. Vinny's low. Smoke enables safe passage of Simple and complete removal of... Oh, he's actually peeked into it.
This is perfect.
Oh. Vinny goes down. Na'Vi come up clutch. They call upon Simple in their time of need, and 14 is provided. You discussed the ramifications, Chad. Like, that pistol round from Na'Vi, now seeing how it compounds. Look at Art's death. This one's going to hurt.
It's such a risky maneuver playing 2-player sandbag, right? They had just moved on out after all their banana utility. They didn't have a lot to deal with it. Queserato desperate to make sure it doesn't become a one-on-one, and then unfortunately Vinny left. In what kind of position is that? I save, the rest of my teammates have nothing next round. I win this round, and we have something to work with, and we get 15. Neither option there was great. And right now, Na'Vi are the ones poised to get 15 first.
God, this is like the opposite of where FURIA destined to be. And this one's so quick. Dude, they're whipping out Zeus's. Like, just playing for OT is very, very rare to see from FURIA, and that's something they've been forced into by Na'Vi.
And look at how bad the bank's still going to be next round anyway, right? We're operating with, 1.8, 2.2, 2.7. Queserato has the most here, but next round is only 2,400 coming into the bank balance. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money for a CT side to buy. This round has completely changed for FURIA, right? For Na'Vi, they're still going to go through the paces. They're going to take this bomb site. They're going to use their utility. They're going to get it down. But they need to make sure they retain all of their weapons. Whereas for FURIA, an exit of any kind, right? Getting yourself one of these AK-47s, fantastic. They need it desperately because next round is going to look scrappy as hell.
Okay, so the objective changed. Chad's painted it. Now, I wonder if Electronic is going to just pause once he's tucked in on this tight line. Any more movement does put him closer to danger. It's holding T-spawn, like they've got it all covered.
Yeah, very safe stuff here.
Ooh, 10 HP on Electronic. Queserato would have loved to have finished the job.
Open the door, so the sound cue is definitely going to help. The P250 is nice. Ooh. Is he going to swing late? Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to pick up a weapon either. Oh, wallop the timing. Nice try. Great first bullet accuracy from Perfecto there, and his screen flashes wide. Life flashes before his eyes, but Na'Vi have posted 15 first. And as you discussed, it is going to be FURIA on a broken back by...
One Molotov so far. Vinny's yet to buy, so maybe they could get another there. They're able to get that AWP out virtue of the extra money Queserato had, so that makes it look better. And another silenced M4. So they get 2 M4s, they have 4 smokes, 1 defuse kit.
There's another defense of that 2900 M4. It just about pulls 2 people into contention.
Yeah, definitely helped Vinny and Art a lot in a round like this. Maybe that's the difference maker. No joke.
Yeah, I mean,
it sounds ridiculous, but maybe that's like when the game comes down to the pennies like this, We're talking a few $100s either way.
It means they've got nades behind it.
Yeah, well, here we go. Na'Vi, do they want to seal this in regulation or do they want the bonus rounds?
May not be up to them. 3 early banana. Boomich looking very aggressive. Vinny, big test, passes it with flying colors and maintains control as well. He wants to force Perfecto down. He gets him to 5 HP. Surely I can call upon Art to finish the job, and they do. Straight through the smoke. He even transfers just a little to the toes of Simple. OT on our first map of this quarterfinal. It's now 3 frags away from Furia, but they've let bigger lead slip. Why are they gambling? They're
This is a
walking
huge
up
gamble.
banana.
This is a huge gamble.
What in God's name?
That round where Na'Vi tried to pip the gap and they got denied coming through CT Arch where they pushed that smoke, they had a similar look. They fully gambled over towards this site. They are so far away from the action here, and there is utility for Na'Vi to execute right on in.
Na'Vi aren't going to believe it. Like, they're not going to, they're going to be super hesitant. So it's down to them
They're
how
coming back. They're
quickly
going to hear
they
this
solve
speedway.
this puzzle.
Oh, they're going around the long way. Extra seconds.
They won't hear anything, but they are across.
They need a smoke spawn.
No one's home. Na'Vi have just been given a dream. The smoke for the spawn for the bomb to cross. Simple's on his way. Oh, he lines it up through the smoke. Art has saved the day.
The boost is coming.
They can contest it again. Electronic planting safe. They can't spot him. Where are you? Serato's gone down. They know there's another. The boost came in for the whole map. Peeking over the flames, it's not a bad idea. Bit playing with the big boys now and has a big role to play. A flash for the info. Bit's there, and he stands to draw nothing, and Furia will find the frags required. Okay, a sigh of relief is shared with their fans and the players themselves. It is 15-15. Impossible to separate Na'Vi and Furia in regulation. We'll see you in overtime.
First now. Central, sai. Ai, se porra. AK. First now. Central, sai. Ai, se porra. AK. Play nas
Nice. Oh my god.
Pulling it across the line, just about. Furia and Na'Vi, inseparable.
Nice.
Nice, you guys.
And so we go again. Our machine, he's Sponge, and that is a little run boost action to get Vinny ahead of the pack for the banana fight. Oh dear! Junior's gone down right out of the gate. Electronic finding the scalp and already 1xBet leaning Na'Vi's way. Let's see if they can back it up with a round.
Coming through.
What on earth is he up to? Charges straight into Perfecto, and that's why he's ahead of the smoke. He found a tiny little gap between gray screen and flame and enabled Vinny to go down. Well,
All right. Well, this kicked off with a bang, hasn't it?
yep. 2 peaks, CT fights taken and lost in the first 20 seconds of play.
Well, Art's got the AWP and rotated back over towards B. He might get here in time, and all this utility towards top banana lets him know that they are definitely home.
Perfect pop. There's no info on the peak across. Na'Vi, they do tend to play these very slow now. Like, they do not want to concede or fall into any gamble funny business.
If they go late back towards this A defense in pit right now with Serato and Yuri, I do not think Na'Vi have been able to break this. Not against the Deagles, not against the Rifles. So it would be such a gamble, a huge risk to be taking right now to head back into that potent crossfire. And it looks like they've learned their lesson from regulation. Art's heading back over towards A to gamble in the just in case. Bit still continuing to sell this as the rest of his team gear up for the B execute. Smokes, flashes, mollies, they land on over. Art even gets himself a frag, but the bomb will go down towards B and they have to retake 3 on 4.
Yeah, he's just hoping for a wild one through the smoke, make it a 3v3 for the retake. That would be a dream.
This is 16k, MR3. They might consider going for this one, Furia, knowing they have no more financial woes. Fire that accountant, you don't need him anymore. And here they come, flashes to make this possible.
Yeah, Simple's having none of it though. Stares at the nade as it halves his health, but trying his luck is Serato. Keeps the T's on their toes. They can't leave the site. Might go down with a blast.
At this point, it's really just stats.
Yeah.
The CTs need to hold on to the guns a little bit more so than the T's here, but for Na'Vi, they don't care if they go down with the bomb by any means.
Here they come. And he gets... Oh, look at that.
Everybody!
The entire Na'Vi
No one
team.
stands!
The entire squad. The server is wiped clean.
I don't think I've seen that before.
No, nor have I.
Everybody going down to the bomb there, okay.
Well, that's one way to do it with MR 316K. This was the opener. We were very quick to see Electronic take out Junior. Bam.
Yeah, Simple's still in the back at New Box, right? He's I don't have to leave. Don't worry about it here. As the always smiling Vinny does exactly that. Double orbs, Art Junior.
Barrel seals the fate of Bit. He's been really consistent on this T side in terms of just being A, alive, and B, App's presence walked through the smoke. Electronic just walks in, demands Caserato's head. And now he can just hang out in this mid-frame. Their rotate completely hindered by the uncertainty of Electronic's position. Hanging out in the arch and they can't rotate. They're just kind of, Na'Vi are gonna let Electronic stew around here.
You can hear these footsteps.
Yeah, oh, they're going to completely sell this towards A. If Electronic gets another frag, which he has, oh, they're gobbled up the bait. Oh, he's just winning the round on his own. Electronic, doesn't matter what the rest are doing. I don't need to see this. I just want to see if he can finish the job.
He completely stifles this. The only way they can go is down mid.
Come to me, my pretties.
And now you can see why they have to save on the CT side. Junior only with 1,700 left in his back pocket. Yuri with 6.5. He's going to have enough, but they want to make sure they keep this AWP going
Simple's
forward.
coming hunting. He's got on his bright orange gear.
Well, Electronic can confirm they have not crossed over towards CT whatsoever right now, so Pit, T-House likely. Flashes high, won't catch Yuri.
Really important to hold on to this, Junior. Looks like he's going to be able to escape. Eking into it. Brave boy.
Yeah, he's stuck in such a rough spot right now. Simple's trying to deny any scavenging last second, and he will get away with exactly that. But Electronic, he was relatively quiet in regulation, right? He wasn't the name we were turning to for rounds being won. In the last two, he's got the entries in both. And this one right here, they need somebody on Na'Vi willing to make these kind of plays because it's not with the team. He's taken a massive gamble off the information presented to them. As soon as he knew that it was double halls aggressive, a good idea that there was a three-man B setup, he pipped the gap towards Arch. We saw them try to do it in regulation. Didn't work out as well as that, and Electronic did it single-handedly. Na'Vi, one more here to clean sweep the first half of OT.
Yeah, let's see if Electronic plans to just win the round in the first 10 seconds again.
Oh, Art's pushing.
Yeah, there's a lot of aggression across the map. He's straight down middle. They smoke off the T-stairs and he goes under. This is a flank unlike anything I've seen before. Perfecto's finished off Vinny.
Electronic was looking.
And Bit with his nades. Oh, Electronic, he's ready for it. Good grief. That every day of the week should have been, could have been two. He's only got one for it, one for his troubles, and that may just not seem like enough.
In 2 of these 3 rounds, the kills have come to Na'Vi. They were having such a hard time when they were in 5v5s having to execute late. It wasn't easy for them by any means. FURIA have shifted gear here, and it's allowed Na'Vi to set up in a 4-on-3 situation.
Yeah. A couple of those deaths a bit odd as well. That round where Junior was caught off fine, but then Vinny was the one that was just running through the smoke in pursuit of some map control.
Yeah, looking a bit desperate here in the OTs. Only top banana. That might keep both of these B defenders planted. Junior has to do it all here.
One man versus Na'Vi. His name was Junior. And he was not baited. He then peeked into Simple and lost his life. Now the A site's wide open and FURIA just roll their eyes. There's another Na'Vi T side that looks just a little too potent.
It's Caserado and Yuri who are the ones who have been sitting over on the A-bomb site and all those other rounds waiting for the action. They have just circumvented these 2 individuals right here. You've gone banana, you've got the kills you want. You go arch side to mid to B, you get the kills you want. Well, guess what? You go back towards A, both of them were forced to rotate to that B bomb site. Fantastic stuff here from Na'Vi.
Oh, that's big from Caserado. He's ahead of Simple's clear. It could give him a slight advantage. Simple's good, though. And Caserado baits the shot. Needed it, finds it. There's a small world Now the nade, it's not going to do much, but it might distort Electronic's vision for the peak.
Double
Double
nades,
though. Oh, the trajectory's off. He lives on. And now Kesaratu, just an easy headshot. There's no time for this unless the fight is given. And now Boomich steps out. One-on-one, but they take them all. 3 of the 3 of play. Na'Vi boasting a whole handful of them.
FURIA have to do this the hard way now. They need to clean sweep the T side themselves just to get to double OT. And it appears the big red button, it's been hit again. The double AWPs on the T side seems to be the answer from FURIA. Art has one equipped, so does Junior. Orgs are out in play for Na'Vi now. Electronic and Bit wielding those full utility across the board. And we get back underway here with what could be the final round of play. 4-man B lean from Na'Vi, allowing Simple to do it all on his own in the early stages.
So a lot of pressure to put onto one man. A lot of responsibility. He has got a shot. God damn.
Wrist breaker right there.
Yep. Art just showing face, and Simple slaps him back out of the server and maybe even out of Inferno. It's up for Na'Vi and the remaining 4 from FURIA to decide. Yuri's taking space, hanging on his smoke, and Bit does fall foul to these tricks. Double kill from Yuri, taking a leaf out of Electronics' book just before the smoke blooms. Simple takes a shot. It's Junior to return fire. Looking good for FURIA as they start their campaign for an unstained, untarnished T side. They cannot concede a single round. This one does seem set for success. You got 2 incendiaries. They can force that fight onto Graveyard for sure. Oh, even another smoke from FURIA. That does put a dampener on things. They might be able to use it to set up or to boost and walk up. Dump in all his util to try and sell and force these fights. He's done a very good job of drawing attention his way, hoping Boomich can catch them with their backs turned. Time just a little too shy now, and so watch as he just helplessly tries to poke and prod. They know they've just got to win one of these. And just taking as much as they can away from this FURIA T side. All right, all's well that ends well. It's a comedy of death.
Yeah, we might have to do something about this. But that's a conversation for another day.
It certainly is, or another desk.
Well, that too is Art again will buy into an AWP once more. Didn't have too much luck of it in last round, but he's the type of man that can make magic happen. 2 more now for FURIA. Na'Vi just need the 1. Securing map number 1, as you can see, their map choice of Nuke coming up next.
Simple to peek. Is he really that brave? We saw what befell Junior.
More standard stuff here from Na'Vi, just 2 over towards B. 3 players entrenched in A. Electronic down towards Pit. Bit tucked in towards the site. Simple will be the swingman here.
Yeah, but Art's scoped up like he wants to go unnoticed and just perhaps catch Bit. A little lazy on his movements back to cover. That was what he was waiting for. Bit's gone. A site open for business if they can get through Electronic. A big if, a caps lock if. Util exchange and Art just burning down. He does manage to maintain control so he can scope up. They cut noise and it has kept the feet planted on B. Now Electronic with a smoke to play around and Art just as he tries to jump in. Electronic's doing it all for Na'Vi, just defending the site. He's only 3 frags away from finishing it right here and now. He hasn't needed Boomich, doesn't need Boomich. Dancing around these smokes and another from Electronic. Finally, they cage the animal. Vinny can't react in time. He does actually find 1. And now Junior to be the hero. For everything, for all the marbles, for the hour he's just spent on Inferno. He can extend play and survive, but it's up against Simple. Walking the smoke, great predictive play. Perfecto's gone as well! Junior keeps FURIA in it, and they'll go again. Had to be a quick scope. He did not have time to press his eye to that fully. No scope in the feed. It's Perfecto who falls down, but just predicting the walk-up. Electronic. I thought he'd done enough, Chad.
I thought he had done enough as well. I cannot believe that lined up for Junior here. And he didn't even get excited about a clutch like this. Has just kept his team in it.
So much work, and it's not for nothing. They go again.
Oh, Na'Vi almost breaking Furia here, but one more round separates us from double OT.
Junior, that T-side orb saved the day, man. 27 as well. He's definitely looking good in the stats. At least for the first map of this quarterfinal. This is a big game to have your new addition online.
Yeah, the T-side impact for Junior's been rough, and that right there, I think, well, that says it all.
Yeah, it's certainly a bit of a redemption.
They're going to go back towards B here, Furia. This is where they found so much success during regulation, just executing into the two men of Boomich and Perfecto, who had a tough go of things. It's a hard task defending this B bomb site, especially with how perfect teams have gotten with their utility. Art's leading the Pat, Caserado, Yuri following. Junior lining up some util. This might be quick.
Feel very quick. They're just walking in contact. Perfecto's got a nade in his hand. Art's ahead of it. He's flashed in the flames. He's blocking his team. It's chaos.
They're through the smoke.
Yeah, and Boomich will go down. Big find. It's from Art and Vinny combined. Now a deep smoke. That's going to deny them. Perfecto all alone. And they're tagging him through the smoke. He's going to get cooked if he stays there. Nothing is safe. He opts for second oranges. They have to clear him out. He pushes off the flash. It doesn't matter. Na'Vi's so locked out. Art is in his own smoke. If he could just catch one. Bit takes the matters into his own hands, and now that bomb does get down. Vinny doesn't finish his meal. A great flick from Simple. He's got to finish the job with the M4. They're hunting him down. This is madness. A 3v3 for all the marbles. Furia want to go again. Yuri secures at least the first. Vinny to swing. And just like that, we do. MR3, 16K, started all over again. We cannot separate Na'Vi and Furia.
I can't believe they both did it on the T side. That is unheard of.
3-0, 3-0.
On the T side of all things. Absolutely mental scenes here. Perfecto just on a hope and a prayer, trying to stay alive, hoping to catch him off with the flashes of his teammates. I can't believe Bit even gets that kill pushing through the smoke.
Like when I see a deep CT smoke and they're already behind it, like there shouldn't be much ways in. It comes down to the 1v2. My God, okay.
Jeez, here we go again. Okay, well, no more secondary AWP for Art. It's just going to be Junior wielding the bad boy, and he's already taken a lot of presence towards Banana here.
Oh, that molly might force Boomich out. He opts to elevate instead. They'll clear it, and he's done well there. Bit supports. Boomich, they want you, and they'll take you. Fully flashed. Art still gets it. Crosshair's in the right place. Yuri's walking up on Electronic. He's got the tightest line to try and tap the head of Electronic there. And I think he even spots Bit. He knows there's 2A. Yuri can essentially say, go B, boys.
Wait, they're coming back to Yuri?
No. No way. After confirming too, I think it's just a matter of time. They drop their util. Perfecto very good at the back of this B site, but just couldn't quite put the bullets down into the head of that pull position. So Furia will take this one.
I thought they were rotating, Alex. It turned out they were actually lining up utils. So Furia putting the brakes on at the best moment right there. Simple went down top mid. You can see his little X on the radar in the top left of your screen. So that kill is what opened the avenue towards that A bomb site to apply all the pressure. Because when we flicked over, oh, here we go. Is he going to clear? Yes. That AK is nice. That's one of the things you can't buy. So yeah. Electronic's going to try and hold on to this. But there's the corpse of Simple. So getting a little bit aggressive. But weird things start happening more and more often when you get into overtime. More risks are taken.
Yeah, it was a concept that, you know, was discussed to death, but it is one that I think is genuinely important, that the strat book does start to fully just become warped and thrown into the dustbin at this point.
Yeah, it becomes to like the in-game leader, calls that he's made. How can I make calls that are similar, or what's in the back of their mind?
Yeah.
Or we've been hitting B a lot. You know, this is a weakness. Where are they going to try and plug gaps? And then it comes down on the micro level. It comes down to the different types of fights. It's like, well, Yuri's been playing balcony a lot, right? Are we going to hard clear balcony now when we go out? It's going to open up a lot more of those avenues, and the depth of tactics in Counter-Strike is wild.
Yeah, and if you've got a cheese ball strategy, you know, or a cheese ball angle to hold, that's usually when you whip it out if you haven't already. Look at Art, undeterred by the utility and the flashbang Molotovs thrown out by the T side, but they do plan to re-aggress, or at least they did. That T-Molly does tuck him away.
Getting hot and heavy here on B.
It really is. Don't forget how much Perfecto and Boomich did for Na'Vi in the regulation CT side. They were tested multiple times, just the two of them. So ready for the close fight. Boomich talking an awful lot. He hears the pins pulled. He's going to have a power position here. He needs a lot, and he does find a lot. Look at this, unloading his mag. It's nearly 3, can't reload. It's Yuri instead to respond. Just Perfecto at the back of the site now. Next on their list. Simple's very fast on this flank. Perfecto putting the bomb loose. If Simple does start to tighten the noose, this looks like Na'Vi's round. It is Kaboomich and Perfecto combined, and now Junior's being stalked. Simple wants the frag for himself. But Na'Vi do respond. This time, the first CT round we've seen of OT.
Oh, that's quite nice.
There you go.
Bit of a change right there. Well, maybe that's the difference maker if Na'Vi can make it too.
So I want to see how... yeah, but no one's looking at Boomich until the third frag doesn't come in. And Perfecto again.
It looked like they were unawares of him. Obviously, they must have still been, but when they were jumping across towards the pool position, it felt like they weren't super ready for those type of fights. But here we go. Art straight back up again. He's really shifted gear completely here. This time, Boomich getting peppered on down to 50. Oh, and the pre-fire.
Yeah, it doesn't work out, and it does enable Keserato to take that first, and no damage as he moves into Perfecto. Great moves from Keserato. Nearly round winning. Now, the reason I said nearly was that gap in the smoke. It's not worked out well for them. What? Junior nearly plants in the gap. Comedy for Furia. Simple's surging forwards for denial. He's missed a fair share of shots. This one's a bit of a mess. There you go. They piece it together. But it could be the differentiating factor, Chad. Na'Vi have done what no one has done before and taken a CT round, a 2-1 split in overtime 2.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? This Furia, the one that we just saw in those 3 T-side rounds of OT, is the one I think everybody knows and loves. The one that is holding W, the one with Art leading the charge, the one that will push through smokes and punish you exactly like this. Keserato, this is the round, right? You're right, that gap, there's always a chance. Simple's still alive, but realistically, if they play the round as they should once they get this much control with what we can see on the radar, all that information in play, that's a Furia round. And this pace, let's see if it carries across to the CT side because they're doing a heavy B lane.
Yeah, look at Art go. Oh, he's missed his shot. He's going to be sprayed down. It's electronic, quickly traded. Good God, look at them go. Everyone's holding W. It'll have to stop for a second. It has to. Simple flashed off, but he's desperate to get info back. And Bit, but
won't expect Yuri,
that's
there's no
exactly
way.
what I'm thinking. And they're coming back to
Oh,
him.
no.
Knife out, it's Yuri's time to shine, 1 for 1. Keserato, he wants to peek as well. He wants to fight. Boomage with a nade out, that's the bomb loose. God, every fight. This round is about to be over before the 1 minute mark if we're not careful. Bit can slow it down, he has it within his arsenal. But so many fights taken off the break there. Yuri taking some liberties up mid. Junior's death almost helping him in that respect.
This gets very interesting now because Bit's aware the players were split, but also they're aware that they were quick on their rotations. So now the question is, are they trying to hold that bomb? Are they trying to reposition around me? Or have they given me all the space in the world? And he has so much space to work with. He might even find this fight. Oh! There's so many angles to think about. You're worried about library, pit. Could he be in halls? Is he hiding sight? Graveyard. So many things to think about there. And, well, just destroyed as he rounds the bend. 1 more round for Furia now. Script has been flipped here.
I mean, last time we found ourselves here, I was convinced that it was going to be Na'Vi's Inferno to claim, while Furia, thanks to Junior, go again, and this time have 2 opportunities. 2 rounds to finish Inferno with the W.
It's more of the standard approach here from Na'Vi. This is what we're seeing in regulation, not contesting banana. Taking this mid space. Electronic, the hero of their first set of OT rounds on the T side, is back.
He did get the better of Keserato last time on that exchange. This time, mollied out. They've got full banana control here, Chad. And looks like Art wants to give it up. Change of plans. They do have an absence of mid-info right now, and it seems Keserato's actually decided to set up with Yuri in one of their many established crossfires, and Junior's been called upon for long. Tension running very high here. The battle to regain control of that banana. They plan to let them swing half wall. That's the point of contact they want to take. So here comes their flash. Art responds with one of his own. And no one's blind. Everyone's cool. Junior's back over to B.
35 seconds though. Problems for Na'Vi now. Bombs going back towards the B bomb site as well.
Na'Vi running out of time here. This is serious. 20 seconds. FURIA can finish it right now. Art's in limbo. He just doesn't know where to commit. Now the smoke is CT. There's Electronic, though, onto Junior. 15. They have to clear out Vinny, or Art tries to cause a little bit more of a kerfuffle. Good find from Vinny. Simple has to plant, but he needs the frag first. He's gone.
That's it.
No one can plant. Inferno. Oh, Na'Vi completely discombobulated. There's just no time. It's the clock that kills them. Na'Vi go down and FURIA snatch Inferno. Hard fought. Double overtime in this head-to-head in the quarterfinals. We're going to be breaking that one down at the desk after a quick break.